Hello, friends. How are you? In case you don't know me, it's Margot Massery, your CFO Solutions Queen from Marcos Bookkeeping. I'm just going to shut my heat 1 second. It's been a busy day. I haven't done Mondays with Margot in a long time, and I had a spot, so I figured I would jump on, and I wanted to share today about a very important topic that is very near and dear to my heart. Is what are the top excuses that you are making inside your business? I was on the phone all day today, actually all afternoon. In the morning, I had my yoga class. I went for breakfast with my daughter. Today is my birthday, and she asked me to go for breakfast, and I was like, of course, sunshine. And you guys see I have Allison all over. I have my Jojo, my two treasures of my life that I will stop the world for. So today's topic is, what are the excuses that you are making in your business? I was just talking now to a developer in my community. I was doing some market research, and this guy owned 5 stores. And not only did he own the 5 stores, he owned the stores itself, the real estate. So clients come to me who are business owners, and sometimes they're like business developers. So it may not necessarily be that you're in real estate. It may be that you have multiple businesses. So what happens is that you have a lot going on, and you need someone who can oversee it all. Sometimes you need people that can handle the accounting, the bookkeeping. So my tent takes care of all of that. So the first excuse that I hear people say all the time is, I'm just too busy running my business to step back and develop my business as a business. Maybe later when I have more time. Does this sound familiar? If you guys are live, or if you guys are watching the replay, tell me if that aligns with you, if that rings a bell. I'm just too busy running the business. I have no time, Margot. I hear this day in and day out. I think I was on like 4 or 5 calls this afternoon. One call for the market research I did for 2 hours, and I heard it in different contexts. It's just, I'm too busy running the business that I just have no time. Think about that for a minute. How many business owners are just running around because it's more income, more income, more income, and they think that their job is just running the business and making more sales, but not establishing the fundamentals and the strategies and the systems, and just taking a step back of listening, of even just listening inside and just being like an observer to the business. Think about that concept a little bit, being an observer. When you're an observer to what's going on versus having to like jump in every single time, it's very different. It's also like, sometimes like when you're busy working and you might be multitasking. You might be with your kids going down to your home office, and you just feel like inside your head is like all these things that I should do. I should be doing marketing, I should be doing laundry, I should be going to do this, I should be going to the gym, and all these sorts of things that are going on in your head. But it's anything that'll happen that'll take you away from the business strategies. Now, it makes so much sense, because people, they're running away from what they don't want to know. And a common fear that people have in accounting services is money fears. Money fears is the biggest thing that goes on. I know I have money fears. I know I had money fears. And different everyday certain ones come up that didn't come up before. Even though I'm an accountant, even though I'm a CFO, I can do a tax return, I can do a bank reconciliation. And then there's beliefs that because I'm an accountant, I know everything, and that I know everything about money, and that my finances are perfect. It's all not true. It's just beliefs, right? But what happens is that if I could just keep digging my hole, eventually I can get my way out. Think about that sentence too. You just eventually can dig your way out. So what do people do is that they build 4 or 5 different stores, and then they're taking from store 2 to store 4, from store 6 to store 8, when they're doing all sorts of these things to keep up. But what happens is that Each store needs to operate independently. I have one client, he owns 13 stores. They don't operate independently, and he's been in business for over 20 years. He has a bunch of real estate, and everything was okay with him because his balances were there. He would just transfer money, and he would be like, it's okay because nothing bounced. The bank is covering me, and everything is okay. The checks didn't bounce. But what happened is that eventually that stress just eated him out, that he couldn't handle it anymore. So if you're too busy for your own business, how do you expect an accountant, how do you expect a CPA to make time for you? What ends up happening is you have chronic problems, chronic issues, and I've gone through that when I've ignored it on my business, that it just, you feel it into your body. Now, I'm not saying this, you know, to be like, oh, she's, you know, this macho person that, you know, I take care of my business. I'm saying this because this is the time of year when everybody's worried about year end. Everybody's worried about their finances, how much they owe Uncle Sam, or maybe you don't owe Uncle Sam. And if you made a lot of money and you don't owe Uncle Sam, you should worry. Because if you make a lot of money, you need to owe money. And then you're probably like, I don't want to pay taxes. Right, but the reverse is that when you make money and you pay your taxes, what do the taxes do for you? Right? We never think about that. We just think about that we don't want to pay. We think about how much do accounting services. I can do that myself. I know how to add plus and minus and pay my bills. But at the end of the day, we're running the entrepreneurship and the accounting part of the business is two separate things. Being an entrepreneur and running your own books is two separate things. The next thing is that people say is, I don't have money. I can't afford to hire more staff to take the workload. I can't afford to bring in outside expertise to guide me. I've got to keep doing it all myself. How many of us, come on, if we're live or if we're watching the replay, how many of us have said that? I know I've said it. I know I've said it. I be the VA, I need the bookkeeper, I'm all the different hats in the business, and it sucks. It really sucks. So the question is when do you outsource? When do you outsource? Because you're gonna have hair like mine when it's a little bit messy, right? And then you're running around like a crazy person. And then you're like, it's okay, that bill can wait. It's okay, that bill can wait. But in your head, it's still running. It's like, maybe I could just pay all my bills and be done. And Thanksgiving is coming and it could be peaceful. And then I know what my business is and I know what my business isn't. It's a big difference. And it's just accepting for what it is. I'll tell you, the client I was talking to today, she must have blamed bookkeepers for 25 minutes in all sorts of 15 different ways. It was pretty comical. But it's coming to realize from this is that it's us as business owners, it's really taking responsibility for our actions because help is still hired help, right? Think about that sentence as well. Hired help is still just hired help. At the end of the day, MBS, anything that happens, any bill, any timesheet that goes over, Morgul still got to pay for it. Or if we have any of the businesses that I have here live, if they work more hours, they work more overtime, we got to come up with the money, and it sucks. And it sucks. I've had to pay bills that I was, excuse me, bitching and moaning over. But the irony is that every business owner I ever worked with, the money they needed to take to their business to the next level, they already had. Think about that. They already had the money. The difference was the fear. The difference was, am I going to take that step? So now if you guys are with me, I want you guys to imagine, and I just did this over the Sukkot holiday. If you guys are not familiar, it's the Jewish holiday when the Jews sit outside in a tent. And I happened to go away to Connecticut in a little bit of a retreat zone. And I climbed a mountain. It was so much fun. And everybody was sitting there at the tip of the mountain. And I was like, you guys are crazy. Within 4 seconds, I was sitting there at the tip of the mountain, dangling my feet, and I was there too. And it was the best experience ever. And I would never have done that 10 years ago, but it was gorgeous. Why do I share this with you? I share this with you because sitting at the end of the mountain, it's kind of like, how much do you want your goals? I know when I want my goals, I tell myself is that you have to want to be comfy in bed and sexy and intimate with your goals so much that you're going to go after them. Because if you don't want them so much that you can visualize them and that you can breathe them and you can live them, nobody else is going to bring them home, because you are the person that is the creator of your life. You are the creator of your life. So if you want those dreams, if you want that business, if you want that next level of business, the only person standing in your way is you. And I know myself, there's a level of business that I want to reach right now in terms of helping business owners in a different way. And I'm on a mission. Today is my birthday. Today is my 40th birthday. And I am granting everybody who signs up services with me for the next 7 days lots of different bonuses. And I've come up with different bonuses for different clients depending on what they need to share with them the glory of my 40th birthday and congratulating them on this step of services. So if you guys are live, or if you're watching the replay, I invite you for a discovery call with me, because you just need to unlock what the hard dollars are about, and then the magic happens. The status quo of things will just continue, but stepping into that money fear of what's actually going on, it's hard. It's hard. It's like going into the boxing gym and then the trainer tells you to pick up that next weight and you want to curse that monster out like a mother, like a mother fudder, right? But here we are in the business. You got to take ownership for what it is. So the two excuses that I just want to tie this up for today is I'm just too busy running the business and I don't have money. Now, MBS may not be your answer for all your bookkeeping, accounting, CFO, tax planning, and all your needs. You may not be the most thrilled with your services, but I invite you for a call with me so that if you are looking to stop making excuses and take your business to the next level, MBS is your partner. And I'm giving out tons and tons and tons of bonuses. And my signature program today, I really just enhanced it. And it's just pretty awesome. It's just really, really awesome. I'm like crazy excited about it. So I'm going to put my link below for anybody who wants to have a call with me. And if you just want to sign up, you can do that too. But I love to talk to my clients. So this time of year, soak in, re-listen to my live, and think about everything that I just said. But think about yourself at the end of that cliff. How much do you want those business dreams? Are you willing to be so intimate with those goals that you want them, that you're willing to do anything for them? If that's you, I invite you for a call with me, because that's who I'm looking to work with. Have a lovely Monday. I love you all. Bye.